A Tuesday night in a quiet Los Angeles neighborhood. A man lives with his elderly mother. He paces the hallways of the house he shares with her, and with her boyfriend. Neighbors later say they heard arguing, loud voices, doors slamming. By 9:30 the next morning, a 911 call crackles through dispatch. The caller does not ask for help. He does not report an accident. He does not sound panicked. He says calmly, deliberately, "I am the Son of Man. I just killed the man of sin." When police arrived at the 19,200 block of Irwin Street in Tarzana, California, they found an 81-year-old man lying unconscious in the front yard, a stab wound to the chest, unresponsive. He never regained consciousness. The man they carried out of that yard that morning had appeared in over 150 film and television productions across 5 decades. He had stood on set with Tom Cruise, Hugh Jackman, Robin Williams, and Paul Newman. He was a working actor, a respected one, a man who had earned the quiet dignity of his final years. And the person who took that from him was waiting in the driveway when police pulled up, flagging them down, telling them he was the one they were looking for. This is the story of James Handy, and the most disturbing part? Nobody saw it coming. James Anthony Handy was born in New York City in March 1945. He was not the kind of actor whose name established movies. He was the other kind, the kind that made every scene he was in better, the kind that directors called when they needed someone real, someone grounded. His career began on the ABC soap opera Ryan's Hope in 1977. Then came Taps in 1981 alongside George C. Scott. Then Sidney Lumet's The Verdict with Paul Newman. Then K9 with Jim Belushi. Arachnophobia, Jumanji, The Rocketeer, Unbreakable, Logan opposite Hugh Jackman, Top Gun Maverick in 2022. More than 150 credits, nearly 5 decades in the business. His agent, Pam Ellis-Evenes, said it plainly after his death. "I could not have asked for a more talented, humble, or gracious client and friend." At 81, James Handy was still working, still showing up. In 2022, the same year Top Gun Maverick hit screens worldwide, he also served as executive producer on a film called Street to Table. He was not slowing down. He was not done. He had found something else in his later years too. A relationship. A woman named Wendy Gledhill, 76. They were companions. She cared for him. He cared for her. She had a son. His name was Michael Ray Gledhill. He was 44 years old. He lived in the house with his mother. And he had been unraveling for months. Wednesday, June 3, 2026, 9:30 a.m. West Valley patrol officers received a radio call of unknown trouble at a residence on Irwin Street in Tarzana. The 911 caller, later identified as Michael Gledhill himself, had declared, "I am the Son of Man. I just killed the man of sin." Officers responded immediately. When they arrived, James Handy was unconscious in the front yard, suffering from a stab wound to his chest. Los Angeles Fire Department paramedics transported him to a nearby hospital. He was pronounced dead on arrival. Michael Gledhill did not flee. He did not hide. He flagged down the responding officers himself, telling them he was the one they were looking for. He was arrested on the scene and transported to Van Nuys Jail, booked on one count of murder. Handy's talent agent confirmed the death in a statement to the press. With great sadness, I can confirm that the gentleman who was attacked and killed on Wednesday in Tarzana was the actor James Handy. And Wendy Gledhill, the woman caught between a man she loved and a son she had raised, told NBC News in a brief, devastating phone call, "I loved James. This should have never happened to him. I'm sorry to his family and his friends." 5 words. This should never have happened. Said by the mother of the man who made it happen. There was no elaborate concealment here, no cover-up, no attempt to stage a scene or create a false alibi. Michael Gledhill made the 911 call himself. He waited. He flagged down the police. But here is the thing that demands your attention, the thing that changes this story entirely. This was not hidden after the fact. The warning signs, according to those closest to the family, had been there for months. Wendy Gledhill later told TMZ that her son Michael had been diagnosed with schizophrenia. She said he had recently stopped taking his prescribed medication. She described his condition as having worsened significantly in the months leading up to June 3rd. She described him as having become increasingly paranoid. Neighbors told reporters they had heard arguments coming from the home overnight, the night before the attack. Footage obtained by Fox 11 Los Angeles reportedly showed Michael walking along a sidewalk near the home in the period shortly before police arrived. So the question that haunts this case is not how it was hidden after the fact. The question is, what, if anything, could have been done before? A man with schizophrenia, off his medication, living in close quarters with his mother's elderly boyfriend. A situation deteriorating quietly. Neighbors hearing arguments in the dark. The violence wasn't hidden. It announced itself on a Tuesday night while everyone was trying to sleep. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's report, obtained by TMZ and confirmed across multiple outlets, is precise and unsparing. James Handy died as a result of a stab wound to the torso. The report also documents neck compressions. The manner of death? Homicide. He was found unconscious, with a chest wound, in the front yard of a residential property. Despite the response of LAPD and LAFD paramedics, he was pronounced dead upon arrival at the hospital. He was 81 years old. District Attorney Nathan Hochman said it in terms that deserve to be heard in full. "This is not how anyone's life should end. Stabbed in the chest and left dying in the front yard of a home. The victim, James Handy, deserved to live out his later years enjoying what he had worked so hard for, and enjoying it with those he loved and cared about. Like all murder victims, his life mattered. And it did. Here was a man who spent nearly 5 decades building something real, who showed up, who made every project better, who had earned every quiet Tuesday morning of his retirement. The impact rippled far beyond Hollywood. Writer and producer Don Winslow posted on social media, "James Handy was a terrific actor, and we were honored to have him. His performances were always special." For those of you watching this, if you've ever seen Jumanji, or caught a rerun of NYPD Blue, or sat in a movie theater watching Top Gun Maverick, you've seen James Handy. You just may not have known his name. Now you do. On Friday, June 5th, 2026, 2 days after the murder, the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office filed a formal complaint. The filing from DA Nathan Hochman's office reads, On or about June 3, 2026, in the county of Los Angeles, the crime of murder, in violation of Penal Code Section 187A, a felony, was committed by Michael Ray Gledhill, who did unlawfully and with malice aforethought murder James Anthony Handy, a human being. This is case number 26-VWCF-01097, filed in Los Angeles Superior Court. Michael Ray Gledhill, date of birth February 16, 1982, is charged with 1 count of murder. There is a special allegation attached that he personally used a deadly weapon, specifically a knife, in the commission of the crime. The case is being prosecuted by Deputy District Attorney George Morris of the Family Violence Division. If convicted as charged, Gledhill faces 26 years to life in state prison. Bail was set at $2.02 million. At his Friday arraignment in Van Nuys Superior Court, Gledhill did not appear. No plea was entered. Superior Court Judge John H. Reed ordered him transferred to Mental Health Court to undergo psychological evaluations. A competency hearing was scheduled for June 22, 2026. A separate judge will then determine whether Gledhill is mentally competent to stand trial. As required by law, Michael Ray Gledhill is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. The case remains under active investigation by the LAPD's Robbery-Homicide Division. Detectives Simonian and Lopez, Valley Section, are the leads. Anyone with information is asked to contact 818-374-9550 or call Crime Stoppers anonymously at 1-800-222-TIPS. Here is the question nobody can fully answer, and it is the one that should keep all of us up at night. Michael Gledhill's mother told reporters that her son had schizophrenia, that he had stopped taking his medication, that he had become more paranoid in the months before he killed the man she loved. She was watching it happen, and she has to live with the knowledge of everything that followed. So how did it get here? Was there a moment, a week before, a month before, when someone could have intervened? When a doctor could have been called, when a hospitalization could have happened, when a phone call to a crisis line could have changed everything? Was James Handy's death preventable? I want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this case raises questions that go far beyond one house in Tarzana. They touch every family dealing with untreated mental illness, and they deserve to be answered. James Handy spent 49 years in Hollywood. He worked with legends. He earned the respect of everyone who knew him. And on the morning of June 3, 2026, he was taken from a front yard in Tarzana, California, in a way that no one who knew him will ever fully make sense of. If this story meant something to you, if James Handy's name is now someone you'll remember, please share this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment telling us what part of this case hit you the hardest. A character actor, a working man, a life that spanned nearly 9 decades, left dying in a front yard. This is not how anyone's life should end.